today's video I am going to be doing the part 2 of my reptile room, or my reptiles and amphibians and bugs. They're not, just to tell you, this isn't every single one of them. Once I do make my channel more popular, I will be doing a full-on tour in one video. So if you want that, comment down below if you want that. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Remember to turn on the notifications bell so you can get every single video I upload. Like this video, and yeah, let's get into it. So first I have my two Achatina reticulata normal giant African land snails. So these ones aren't albino or anything. These two do live together. Just for the sake of it, I'm just going to call them both boys because they haven't laid me any eggs yet. But technically they are Aphrodites, so they are both. So this one is Lucky, and this one is Sully. So these guys are around 2 years old at this moment in time. These guys will, on average, get about as big as my hand. Probably the shell about as big as my hand, and then the body about down here. So pretty big. They're very, very big snails, not like your average normal garden snail. And if you found out, the twizzly bit, I'm just going to call it twizzly bit, is like at the back of the shell instead of here, which is where your average garden snail twizzly thingy will be. As you can tell, let's get this one is more clear. This bright line right at the end of the shell, that is new shell growth. That is a sign that your snail is getting enough calcium, because that was not there 2 days ago, so it is definitely good. And this line here to there, that's about 2 to 3 weeks worth of growth, so this has definitely got really good. Before I did get their shells, especially Sully, were in some bad states, but they don't look very good. They don't look very bad now. They get in there. So yeah, these are my two normal Achatina reticulata snails. I'm just going to go and get my other snails. So in here are my two Jade Achatina folifer, I believe, giant African land snails. So these were severely neglected, so they are in quarantine at the moment. When I went to pick them up, all that was in their cage was some really, really dry eco earth and a almost fully eaten cuttlebone. So these are the two. So this is Yakos and this is Philos. They're Greek names. So Yakos is just a name, Philos is friend in Greek. I am getting their shells a little bit better. They're in quarantine at the moment. When I say quarantine, nothing to do with the coronavirus. It's literally just because they are in bad condition at the moment. So this one does have deep shell syndrome. So that is 100% mortality rate. So if it's going to die, that's most likely going to be the cause. At the moment, they're in their cage. They have a slice of cucumber, some cabbage, some lettuce, and some apple. So I am giving them a wide variety. They're getting their protein diet. They're having baths once a week, which is very important for your snail to make it nice and hydrated. So yeah, those are my two. I'll be doing updates on these once these get better. Next, in here is just a regular garden snail. It isn't from the wild though. This is bred in captivity, but it has just been ordered. I just ordered this in for educational purposes. People will be doing stuff with this at my school. Obviously I won't be there, but for kids with key workers as parents, this will be going into school just to make school life a little bit more interesting for them. So they know that I have animals, and there's a man at my school that keeps a lot of animals. I'm pretty sure he informed the head with me, and he's just got me to get some of these in, and this one is going to my school for educational purposes. Just to let you know, it is not being dissected or anything. It's going to be completely fine. It's going to be in this cage. It's not going to be hurt. It's not going to be killed. It is literally just there purely for educational purposes. And the man at my school that will be taking care of it when it isn't being used for educational purposes will be making sure that it is being looked after fine and no one is mistreating it. So just to show you there. So this is a good example. As you can see, the twirl is here on the snail instead of here. That's a good way to tell if it's a garden snail or a giant African land snail. So there you go. So next, moving on to praying mantises. These aren't all of them in here at the moment. I'm going to get the rest when I go back in there. But so I'm going to be starting off with this one in here. This is my giant shield mantis. I did have 2 of these, but one of them was one of those really picky eaters. It didn't eat, it didn't drink the droplets, and just died. And I think it did have something wrong with it as well, because I don't understand why it wouldn't eat for no reason. But this is George, my giant shield mantises, my giant shield mantis. She, yeah, I believe it's a she. She is 1 shed away from being an adult. As you can see, you can just see the wing buds here. She is at the moment around 4 inches. So these are, I believe, either the biggest species of mantis or the second biggest. I think it's in between these and the Chinese mantis. But yeah, they're pretty cool. These and the Asian mantis are probably my favourite. So these giant shield mantis and the giant Asian mantis are probably my favourite. So yeah, that's George. So next in here is Zoe, my giant peacock mantis. I believe this is a boy, ironic because her name is Zoe, and that one's a girl, ironic because it's called George. Bit annoying, but never mind. So Zoe is in a rather small cage, as you can see by the size of the lid, but being with the virus at the moment, it's pretty hard for me to get hold of one. At the moment, I have ordered one on the internet, but it's taking weeks to come, and it was supposed to be here last week. So these guys do have a habit of playing dead. So that is Zoe. She spread out is around 5 inches, so she's pretty big. I'm just calling her a she for the sake of her name, as you can see, and she's got 1 more molt to go, so she'll be pretty big, which I'm pretty excited about. I've had her for around 3 months now, and she was about 3 months old when I got her, so around 6 months old now, so she's got around 6 months left, maybe a little bit longer, because we had a mantis at my school that lived for 19 months, so that is something to be very proud of, and we hatched it ourselves. And it was a giant African mantis female, so we're pretty proud of that, and she laid 3 oothekas, which is pretty cool. Next in here I have a giant, no not a giant, a spiny flower mantis. Again, I had 2 of these, but one of them came from a place that had good mantises and the other one came from a place that had bad. The same with my other giant shield mantis. So this is my spiny flower mantis, just shed out yesterday. Pretty cool. So this is, no, this one doesn't have a name. But, oh, it does. This one's Tilly. I have that many, I forget the names. But Tilly, yeah, there we go. Absolutely gorgeous. I reckon this one's got 1 more, oh, jeez, don't fall please, no. This one's got around 1 more molt until it's an adult. Next we have my Malaysian flower mantis. So these are almost exactly the same as the spiny flower mantis, just without the spikes. That's the easy way of putting it. So this one's an adult. This one is called Matilda. She's a female. Was going to be a mum until the male died. So the male was a bit older than the female and was close to dying anyway, so I was just hoping that she would shed in time, but she didn't. So no baby mantises this year, hopefully next year, but there you go. That is Matilda. She is gorgeous. She's probably one of my favourites. And she's my only adult at the moment. Her wings are in a little weird of a shape. She did have enough space to shed, she had enough moisture, it's just purely because it was one of those unlucky sheds. So that's her. Next up we have my orchid mantis Ninja. Ninja's got around 2 more molts because Ninja is a female, which I'm pretty happy about. So that's Ninja. She's very, very jumpy, as you can see. My friend named Ninja, so I didn't name, but I really like the name, and you can definitely tell why they're called orchid mantises, and I think she's got a tint of pink to her. So It's about your average or some of the, I mean, I kind of want to do that. This is autumn. Now, autumn, well, she used to be full around. She used to like a sugar or green bush. But I don't think pretty sure she will be married to anything else, and I'll be sure to love that, like it, and comment and reply. So subscribe if you like to see stuff like this, and turn on notifications bell, then you can get every single video I upload. I sound like I'm speaking gibberish, but again, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe everyone, take care.